Today's video is sponsored by the team over at 𝐴SICmarketplace.com. With crypto mining hardware prices dropping, it's critical to find an online store you can trust with your ASIC purchases. The team at 𝐴SICmarketplace.com has you covered with some of the most competitive pricing on the market. No matter what brand you're looking for, ASIC Marketplace has it. To name just a few: Bitmain, Goldshell, Whatsminer, IB-Link, iPolo, Jazzminer, and many more. There are no surprises with ASIC Marketplace. The price listed on their website includes shipping. Imagine that. Finally, ASIC Marketplace takes the buying experience to the next level by accepting cryptocurrency as payment directly on their store. Go check out ASIC Marketplace today via the link in this video's description down below, as well as save $50 at checkout with the discount code TheHobbyistMiner. All right. Let's get a little music going here. We'll swap on over. Hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Thursday. We've made it through the week. We are here almost every Thursday night. We're here hanging out with you guys, chatting about crypto. Tonight we're going to be looking at some hardware. Hopefully you guys can help me out. What kind of spec them things out when it comes to proof of useful work. I kind of purchased a secondhand older piece of equipment that we're going to see if we can get working for proof of useful work, but we are going to have to purchase some hardware with it. But welcome, guys. Thanks for coming to hang out. We're going to catch up with you guys in chat because you're the best part of the live streams. Let's be honest here. So we're going to chat with you guys now in the live stream, and then we'll kind of take a look at some hardware. What's going on, guys? Lots of people coming to hang out tonight. Do appreciate it. Lots of early chatter, which is always nice while we're waiting for the stream to get up and cooking. Second TL, Patrick Murphy, Joseph is here, K-Trim is here, Golden Wolf, Automatic Beats, The Traveler's Travels, John English, Golden Wolf, I think we said already. Let's see, who else was chatting up here? Techman is here. What's up, Techman? Crypto Craig is here. How those ASICs running, brother? Let's see. Lestadog is here. Welcome. 4J. I feel like it just sounded like Max right there. New England is here. Patrick Guyan is here. Welcome. Dakota Miner. How's it going, guys? How are you doing? Gregory is here. What do I think of the Octominer previous work? I think you're talking about the Octo server. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. What's up, Jeff? Patrick Murphy. Fully electric. That's because Jingle Mining stream just ended. Well, look at that timing. What's up? So how is everyone tonight? Exactly. How are you guys doing? ¿Qué pasa? So, huge shout out to K-Trim, by the way, for providing me that sound meter. I've been using that in a few YouTube shorts. I've tested out a few different pieces of hardware with that, kind of including in some videos. So thank you for sending me over a legit sound meter. Kudos to you, brother. Which is awesome. We'll talk lots. I mean, tonight it's all about Flux proof of useful work. So we'll start talking about that here in a minute. I know lots of people were talking about hardware earlier. First, we got to break out our beverage. There we go. It is Twist Top. I thought I would need a bottle cap opener. All right, Twist Top. Gotta do our ASMR here. Little beverage, nothing crazy, no crazy IPA. I'm actually kind of out. Might have to go tomorrow and pick up some. This is just a lager. It's a Land Shark here. So cheers to you guys. Dink. Do I have the full proof of useful work specs? I don't know. Did you see Rabid's new video today about Lucky Pool? I did. Yeah, about Lucky Miner Pool. Yeah, they reached out to me. I was talking with them. They actually posted in the Discord a little bit. Yeah, so they're pretty much paying out for the current or the next parallel asset. And then when it is released, they'll just take that off of any rewards or whatever, stuff like that. All right, let's see here. I need a little bit more. Little bit more. There we go. There's a tiny bit left in the bottom. Cheers once again. So yeah, Flux proof of useful work. Some great conversation you guys were having before the stream. as we were loading up. Golden Wolf was talking about like how he already has his rigs ready to go. So like he was running, he was talking about some pretty decent CPUs already. He has a motherboard set up with multiple graphics cards. So I think it'll all look good. I think it's really going to come down to like if you're running rigs with like gaming motherboards that have like decent setups. So they have like different decent chipsets. You're running decent CPUs. You got you got a handful of GPUs on there. I think you'll be okay. I think the downside is like, I think we're going to see a little bit more of downscaling, or at least we're going to dedicate rigs to proof of useful work. So example, Golden Wolf talked about like, hey, I got this motherboard, a B550, right? And it's got 7 graphics cards on it. Well, I think you're going to be lucky to have 2 graphics cards on it. So you're going to need the X8 slots. So, okay, fine. But let's say you had like 7 or 8 X8 or X16 slots, right? But you got to have the memory to support it. So like the specs came out in a more recent live stream that you have to have the specs to support this when it comes down to memory. So you're going to need a boatload of memory, and who knows what the max of that memory is. So like memory is one of those ones where I think we're all going to be surprised about how like, ooh, we're going to need a lot more. Hard drive, I'm not too sure about. Most likely solid state M2 is something you have to keep in mind. I mean, these are all things we're going to have to consider. So I think taking existing mining rigs with 8 GPUs or 6 GPUs is kind of going to be out of the question. I think you're going to have to kind of pick and choose and downscale some things. What's up, Gaming with Smokey Dan? And gear it towards it. One thing I thought about too was like, are you going to have one of like a little bit of everything, right? So like a good GPU, a good CPU, a decent amount of memory, and then large enough hard drive, whatever that hard drive speed or size is, and then speed. Like, do you need all of those? So a great example, like let's say Gaming with Smokey Dan has a motherboard with a CPU on it right now, right? And it's mining. Well, can he use that for proof of useful work? Or is he not going to be able to because it doesn't have the other supporting hardware? So like that's what I'm really curious about. I don't know if you guys have seen anything on that yet, but like if you have an older PC but you got a nice GPU in it, is it not really going to work well with benchmarking? You know, these are all questions I have right now. So just like my gears are turning, you know. Yeah, I mean, anything's going to be able to support. I mean, proof of useful work is definitely meant, and Daniel Keller has said for quite some time now, that like proof of useful work is absolutely meant for you to be able to go take all that old hardware and use it. Sorry, that might be loud. And put it to work, right? Like that's kind of the goal. So like we're going to be able to run everything. It's just that like, as we all know, how profitable is it going to be? What's up, Nerd Beast? Welcome, welcome. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I think it's really going to be interesting. We'll have to see what happens and where things go, which will be really nice. Yeah, I was looking at, let's see, look at your motherboard. B450, ugh. Yeah, well, it sounds like you only need to have an X8, which is nice. I don't think you're, 𝗏𝐿𝐸 SS, I think it's going to be an all or nothing. Like, also, it's not going to integrate with 𝗍𝐿/OS right now. So, like, you literally are going to have there's 2 different versions. There's a Windows version that runs an app, kind of like NiceHash. You, like, boot it up and you click it, and now it's, like, using your resources. Or it's a Linux boot, kind of like 𝗍𝐿/OS is right now, where you boot to it, and then you go to, like, this website, the Flux website, and then you can view everything. You know what I mean? Like it's I think they're gonna, based off of my understanding, they're gonna have integrations to mine other like whatever. But you're gonna use their platform for mining. So I don't know like if you can say like use these 2 GPUs for proof of useful work, but then use the rest of the rig for regular mining. No, GPU is absolutely going to be required for proof of useful work. That's what's doing a majority of the demand. You're talking about max power limits for graphics cards. That's going to be interesting. Everything I've heard is like these GPUs are going to have like the TDP is going to be crazy on them. So I don't know if you're going to have those limitations or not. That's a good question. So I was looking at, before we jump into what I bought and take a look at that, let's look at this here. So if we look, the Flux team did a live stream not too long ago. You may have to make a VM to separate your different GPUs. No, I think Gregory, you're gonna have them on separate rigs. I don't think you're gonna be running like, you have to remember when it is utilizing these, it is decimating this hardware. This hardware is going to run at 100% across the board. I don't think virtualization is going to be an option. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to do that at all. So they had a stream the other day. Actually, if you guys are interested, so Alex, who's kind of like their main lead of Proof Useful Work, I'm actually sitting down with him. So I'm going to be putting together some questions. I'll reach out to the community on it. So I'm going to be sitting down with him Monday, and recording a video with Alex one-on-one from the Flux team. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not too sure. What I wanted to look at was, I'm just kind of itching through here. Let's see. Yeah, so motherboard, choose a motherboard that supports PCIe Gen 3. So it has to be a PCIe Gen 3 slot with at least X8 electrical lanes. So we got that. So Gen 3 X8. So that's one thing we'll have to take a look at. Yeah, I am going to comment on the new Octominer cases because I do have some concerns on them. And maybe some of you guys know the answers. If not, we can talk about it together. CPU that supports virtualization is essential. So that's something you'll set in BIOS. As a guideline, select a CPU that offers a minimum of 4 threads. So that's something we're going to have to look at tonight when we're pricing things out. For each GPU on the motherboard, this will ensure optimal operation. RAM, now this is going to be a big one, which I think is going to be a little crazy. The minimum RAM requirement should be the equivalent to the total VRAM available on the GPU plus 25%. So like, let's say your GPU has 12 gigabytes. I think that's what the 3060M is supposed to be, like the staple. Trillion, did you really come in my channel and tell people you're going live? Really? I should ban you, to be honest with you. Anyways, so let's say you have a 3060M, right? And let's say it has 12 gigs. So you're going to need the 12 gigs just for that one. Let's see here. So 12 gigs times 0.25. So you're going to need additional 3 gigs. So you're going to need 15 gigs of memory just for one GPU. That was like 12 gigabytes, which is crazy. I think it's designed for airflow, Crypto Craig. I think, but I'm not sure. Oh, you know what it is? No. They designed it for cable flow, for the way the cables flow. Yeah, it is. We'll look at that case in a minute. I wonder how a 4-core i7 or Xenon would do on an Octo 12. Yeah, I'm very curious on that. Fully electric, right? Why are we helping build a Flux or a general rig so have options? Yep. We'll take a look. Alright, let's look here. It is weird how the case, yeah, it's 4.5. It's this weird, like, hybrid, right? Yeah. So then, where are we at here? GPU, the choice of GPU will largely depend on the specific workload requirements for your system. VRAM size is key. Storage isn't bad. A combination of storage options is recommended. A NVMe drive as the primary storage will provide fast access. It didn't say anything regarding additional hard drive can serve as secondary storage, offering larger space for data. So that's interesting. So like, do you go ahead and put like a NVMe like 1 terabyte in there and then put like a 10 terabyte hard drive and you're good, you know? Well, 32 gigabytes isn't bad, but that's if you're running one GPU. Yeah, it is true, Gsmoky Game with Smoky Dan. It will take up additional slots. So the best GPUs, I think it's going to be this equilibrium between like performance and memory. So you're going to want something that has a ton of memory. And it all depends, like if you're going to be buying quite a few. I'd like to get my hands on, and I think they're going to be the hardest to do, is the RTX 3060M 12 gigabyte because of the memory size. But like they got, I want to see if I can find some better, like this is a 3060 with 12 gigabytes. I want a 3060M. So like here's a 3060M. But like this is going for $400. Woo! That's hard. That's hard. Now it is 12 gigabytes and the 3060M does outperform the 3060. Now a big question is, where are the... Okay, so here's a big question, right? The 3060M, do you guys see where the power, the PCI slot is? You guys see that? You guys see where the power is? Does anybody know where my concern is with this right here? If you guys can see it, it might be hard to view it. Yep, the PCI slot is on the top. And everything we heard about those new Octo servers is that the GPUs have to be on the rear. It is the most asinine thing. I was even talking to someone, and I hope somebody, like, is it Harry, I think, from Octominer or Chili? I hope they listen. If your Octo server case is limited to only GPUs that plug in on the back of the GPU, I personally feel you need to stop production and you need to redesign your case. Or you need to come up with version 2 ASAP and you need to redesign your case. So there's a lot of things I'm really curious on. So like, this is the Octo server, which I think is pretty cool. I think the pricing is actually, this is off of Red Panda stream. He had like exclusive access to some of the details here on it. So like, let's go through it. You guys want to go through it? Let's go through it. Yo, shut up there, Fully Electric. I know what you're talking about. So the way the server cases are is interesting because so the power supplies are blowing towards us, right? So the heat's going to be blowing out the front, and then what? Are the fans above it intakes? Or is everything reversed on this case? I have so many questions. Like, the design of this thing is so ass backwards. Like, you guys know if you guys have these server power supplies, they put out the heat, right? You put your hand there and you can feel the heat. So it's like, all right, like, why is this designed that way to put the heat up there? You can upgrade to the larger lid for a 5U. The height right below the search. Yeah, that's so interesting. I'm catching up on chat. Yeah, so then you had said you can upgrade to a 5U, which gives you a bigger lid. Is that what you're saying? So is that $1,800 price point not reasonable? Also, a curious thing is like, I'm very curious on is the second CPU, they put it underneath of the PCI plane or expansion board, whatever you want to call it. Look at all this unused space at the bottom. Why? Why did you design it? Why did you get your motherboard designer to design it like that? Yeah. Because my concern is on the cards. Where were we? Cards like this aren't going to work in that. So just all thoughts that we're having about those cases. Very eager to see where it goes. With a 5U optional lid. New England Crypto. So wait, you need to upgrade to make your GPUs fit. That's right. I wonder if the Flux one, just curious if you guys heard. And so this is the Flux one. There hasn't been a ton of details released on the Flux version. If it's the 5U or not. You know? So that's what I'm really curious on. Yeah, I have my eyes on the 𝗟6060M 12 gigabytes. I've never purchased off Alibaba, and I'm absolutely scared to. Have any of you guys done that? Let me end our poll. So I put out a poll there. Are you buying any hardware for proof useful work? 51% said waiting on specs. 36% said nope, don't plan to. 11% said yep. So I'm gonna put up a poll because I'm curious on where you guys are at. Have you ever purchased from Alibaba? All right. I'm laughing at my last option. What is Alibaba? What is that? So let's look here. RTX 3060M. Ooh, hello. Thank you for subscribing, Jan Campbell. Appreciate it. So we're looking for 3060Ms. They're definitely coming out with like everything but what we want here. Like none of these are 3060Ms. Let's remove 3060. Let's see if that helps. 12 gigabyte. Let's put that in. That's a 580. Wait, so this is an interesting one. All these dealers, man, they scare me. Ready stock graphics cards, 580, 8 gigabyte, RTX 3060, 12 gigabyte, 3060M. So like, they don't even have a 3060M. They just have a 3060. Oh. Yeah. It just like scares me to buy from these places. It really does. And they have a minimum quantity most of the time too, you know? Alright, so here we go. 3060M, 12 gigabyte, no LHR. Okay. So between 5 and 49 pieces is 162. That's not bad. I can see that. That's actually good pricing. Let's look at this. Can I see that closer? I need to look. We need to get into my server case here. It's already. We'll give it 8 more minutes, and we'll get into my rig. And so here, Chip says the GeForce R. It said it might be a T. I can't tell their I. 3060M looks like. Yeah. So you want. Yeah. You see that storage capacity 6 gigabytes, but look, it says 12 gigabytes right here. Like, what the hell? Look, 12 gigabytes. This is why this shit scares me half to death. I want 3060M, 12 gigabytes. Oh, did you give me a smoky Dan? That's good. How are for you hobbyists for buy FPGAs? Easy or hard? I mean, I got my... I only own one FPGA. That's the Octominer M2. I got with the first batch. It was significantly cheaper. It was only $1,900, which I paid in Ethereum with it. So that worked out well. So 3060M, 12 gigabyte, but then it has 6 gigabyte here after. Let's see, 3060M. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. Oh, wait here. Can you literally get a 3060M with 16 gigabytes? Look at that. You guys see that? 3060M, 16 gigabytes. I'm like, that's insane. Is that legit? 215? If it's 16 gigabytes, that's pretty legit. And there are all these like knockoff ones, you know what I mean? Like, if that's legit, that'd be nice. Yeah, I know. An overboard text like lies. It can't be real. So I gotta track this down. I'd like to get my handful on a few of these 3060M, but you know, I'm a sissy, a little too afraid. Yeah, I don't know. That's really interesting though. Let's look a little bit more, and then we're gonna look at my rig and we're gonna start speccing out some hardware. Yeah, you could do a 3060 Ti with more. The nice thing is, like, with 3060M, the performance of it and the fact of, like, you can sometimes find some of these a little bit cheaper. So, like, here, this is that's a 3060. So, it's so interesting. RTX 3060, 12GB, but then it says 3060M down here. GeForce RTX 3060M, 12GB mobile version. Okay. Yeah, Panda doesn't share with the class, though. That's the issue. They're only asking 199, which is kind of nice. Like, it'd be nice if it was like 150. It'd be awesome. But there's definitely some options here. Yeah, I know. The actual vendor name? Yeah, right. These are all these shady China places. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. Like, they're all things to consider. They're all things to consider. I mean, you guys talked about, like, if we went... Now, that was eBay. I feel a little better buying from eBay. But $400 price tag? Oh, my God. Get the hell out of here. We were talking about 3060 Ti. We were talking about there. With more, you know, you could go with. But you would need more memory. Like, that's going to be the key. The Flux brand, there's a Flux brand, 3070M. I've never heard of the 3070M. 3070M, it's 8GB. But you were talking about 16? Holy shit, that's impressive. It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if you just go with, like, the CMP cards, right? Like, do you just go with the CMPs? Now, the CMPs are pretty much, what is it? The CMP 50HX is very similar to the 3070. Am I right there? Oh, are they? That's cool. The A2000 is not bad. It's 12GB. It's not a bad idea. Oh, it's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, so that I didn't get a chance to watch this live stream. So this is probably the one you guys are talking about. They must have announced it in there. Card came in today. Oh, no booty. He's the one who won the no body. He's the one who won the remember last stream, guys? We got the R9 380 to work. So he's the one who won it. Card came in today. I love the stickers. Putting one on the PC. Wife stole the others. Thank you for the bonus stuff. You're absolutely welcome. I'm so glad you got that in. Hell yeah. A5000? Oh, man. Yeah, if the A5000 was $200, maybe. New England. That's awesome. All right, so let's look at what I got in. So let's look what I have, and then we can start to price out some options to it. So this is what I got, guys. This is what we got, okay? So this is a Dell Precision. Now I want to preface this a lot. This is for fun. This is for something a little bit more relatable to my audience on kind of buying some older hardware that we can make work for proof of useful work and maybe in a positive way. You know, I could very well just be like, all right, I'm just going to spend $5,000, right? But I don't think that's relatable. So that's why I went this route. So Dell Precision Intel Xenon E5-2630 V3 has 8 cores, 16 gigabytes of memory, 256 gig solid state. So this is what we bought. Okay. You're benchmarking it now. Nice. So this is what we bought here. So let me show you guys what we have going on and we can discuss it. So let's see. Turn the light. All right. I'm going to turn on the lights on. Hang on. I got to swap mics. We're going to scoot over here. Yes, so I want to see fully electric how far we can upgrade the CPU. So that's going to be super helpful. Let me change our mic here, guys. Hang on. Test, 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 test. All right, you guys can still hear me. Cool. Let's swap over to our other camera. Here we go. All right. So you guys should be able to hear me here. Hello, hello, hello. All right, cool. So let's open this up here. Ta-da! All right, so this is what we got here. How's that view? Does that look good? Man, that looks good on camera, huh? Good view for you guys there. All right, so just want to make sure chat can hear and see. Okay, cool. So Xenon processor is under here. So a lot of this stuff, like this is a CD-ROM drive. Like what the hell? Like take this out of here. Little cradle we got there. Okay, that actually has some SATA there. So we got some SATA. We're definitely not going to use that, which is good. So some things to go through. Oh yeah, you like that GPU? Let's check this out. You ready? I'm turning around to check out chat. I can't remember which way these go. I don't want to break it. There we go. Woo! Look at this. Look at this, Joseph. Joseph, we're going to send this to you, brother. Look at this. I'm going to put a label on this. So this right here, guys, is our 4090 Ti. 4090 Ti right here, everybody. What the hell is this here? Quattro P620. I'm going to send this out to Joseph here. We're going to put a little label on that. So, taking a look here, I want to make sure my head's not in the camera there. You have a PCI E3 X8. So, right, it even says 25 watts on it. So, you have an X8 PCI 3. You have a PCI 3 X16. Even says 75 watts on it. Kind of cool. Then this is a PCIe 2 X1. And then you have a PCIe 3 X16. And then a PCI 2 X4 right down here. So this rig, we might be able to get by with like 2 GPUs. But really going to come down to power, which this is going to be a huge limiting factor. Somebody had recommended another when I was on, where was it? It was on the Proof of Useful Work video I did not too long ago. That they said, you know, don't limit yourself to this power supply, like the power supply that's in this. So I'll show you guys. So this power supply is only a 685 watt. Okay. So the issue is like, okay, you can actually buy like bigger ones of these. They sell them, which is fine. It's actually a 80 plus gold. But your biggest challenge is like, you put a graphics card in here, where you get your power from. So they have the breakout board right under here. Where's it at? Get out of there. How's that come out again? There we go. So it's actually like what we call a breakout board. It's actually called a distribution board right down here at the bottom. And the distribution board, there is like no empty, like there's one empty PCI slot right here. One empty PCI slot. So like here's a 8 to 6 pin here. I'm just like gutting the hell out of this thing while we're going through this. It even came with a solid state drive too. Let's take a look. Look at that, a little Crucial solid state drive. Should just pop out. It's actually in this like little cradle here is how it works. I think these just pop out of here. Yeah, they should just be pins. I'll mess with it later. Solid state. Oh, I can't see. 256 gig solid state drive is what we got there. So I've thought about like literally, So here's the nice thing as we start to get into it. So this is our Xenon processor here. Let me grab a screwdriver. So you can actually support two CPUs in this, which is one of the reasons why I actually bought this, because it makes it quite attractive, right? So let's take this out of here. So I may even consider taking this entire thing apart and putting it into like an open frame. Like I might just put this in an open frame and then utilize like a server power supply, like a 1200 watt, like, and use that, because I think that's going to be a better option than keeping it in this case. You know what I mean? Trying to loosen this sucker up. We're getting there. Everything's loose but this last one right here. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. So this is the heatsink. Foxconn right here. It's got this full heatsink here. And then look at all that. You can definitely tell that needs some love right there. But yeah, here's our Xenon processor, which is pretty cool. This should awfully tight. There we go. There's that one. There should be two. There we go. Yeah. Gosh, this thermal paste has got quite some age to it. So here's the Xenon processor that's in it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I put my hand under that. Let's throw that away in the trash can real quick. So we have two slots, 1 and 2. And then we got memory slots here, memory slots here. Let me catch up with chat. Yeah, so some of the power supplies. So TechMan, I'm thinking about sticking with the existing power supply just to power the motherboard. And then I would have a 1200 watt server power supply to help cover the GPUs. Yeah, so this is a workstation build. The nice thing is the PCI slots are pretty robust. Yeah. I'm not sure on the memory count. Let me look here. I'm looking at the listing now. Hello, I'm down here, bending down, looking here. My chair's off to the side. Memory storage capacity is 128 gig. Really? Oh, no, that's there. 16 gig is what it has in it. We'll have to look up the Dell Workstation series to see what we can find. I wanted to see what our options were. What are we doing? What's he doing here? All right, I'll have to look at it. What CPU is that? That CPU is a Xenon E5-2630 V3. This is the what's in there right now. So let's finish going through the rig, and then we'll hop on the PC and try to find some hardware. Well, the motherboard power plug, yeah, so we're going to continue. So what my thought is if I gutted this, right, I would have to continue using this breakout board with some of the cabling, because it's got a 10 pin over here for the power supply. It's got, you know what I mean, like there's a R for the motherboard here. But let me look here. So you got memory. Now, hey, I should just get rid of these. Get out of there. Dell does such a good job of just like burying things, you know what I mean? All right. Get out of the way. Yeah, so let me finish taking some of this apart, and then we'll jump on the computer and see what hardware we can buy, because I'd like to buy some hardware tonight for this. You guys can help me out. All right, so there's our additional memory slots. Everything's buried. So these we only have 4 slots for this processor, and then we have 4 slots for that processor over here. So let's take a look to see what's in here. All right, so let's see if you guys can see this at all. These are 4 GB DIMMs. They're Hynix memory. We're at 2133 is what this is. So 4 GB at 2133 is what's currently in there. So we're definitely not going to use, like, we're definitely going to have to beef up this memory here. So we're going to have to look at this to determine what options we have. Does anyone have a good website to go to take a look at maybe this model to figure out how we can max it out? This is another SATA cable runs down here. A lot of that's all junk in here. Like, this is all just junk. It's like, get out of there. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at right now. So we have 8 total slots of memory we want to max out. 2 Xenon processors we want to max out. I think is where we need to start. I think we're going to have to gut this thing. All right, so let me swap things around here. Okay. We'll jump back over. We've kind of done our due diligence here of showing you guys. All right. You got the model number of the motherboard? Yeah, let me look here. Ooh, looks fancy. Let me look to see if I can spot a model here. I'll read it off as I find it. Here we go. It's right over here. I believe that you have to look this up. Dell E93839. We'll see if that E93839. Yeah. Let's look here. Just looking it up now. E93839. Is that anything? Yeah, okay, cool. So we found the motherboard. Cool, cool, cool. All right. By the way, that looks pretty cool up there, huh? Fancy, fancy. All right, let me look at that. Bam! Here, we can make it look fancier. How's that? Does that look good? I didn't even try. That looks good. All right, so let me swap over my microphones real quick. We'll jump back over to the computer. All right, we're back over to the computer now. Fire and ice, that's true. Yeah, they're retired workstations, yep. All right, so. Hello. Let's fix that. Now we look good. All right, so let's figure out what we can do here. I'm not touching the pins. Relax. All right. What's up there, Mining King? How are you, brother? All right, so let's look at this unit. We wanted to look to see on this motherboard. We wanted to figure out a few things on max memory. Not yet, Mining King. Not yet. That would look badass, though. You thought that's what we were running? No. So we need to figure out the best Xenon processors we can run in these and what memory we can get in them. So somebody had recommended Crucial. Does that let you put in a... Let's look here. Crucial memory. Select computer. Oh, is this really going to have it? So this is for Flux proof of useful work. Precision. All right, precision 7810. 7810. Here we go. Find my computer. Precision 7810. Okay. Let's look at compatible memory. Oh, we can look at PC Builder too, right? That's a good one too. So 16 is that? Oh no, there's 32. 32. That's the you know, Mining King, don't come in here and ruin my parade. All right. No, that's super helpful though. I'm curious, Mining King, where you found the stats for that though. Like I'm just kind of following it up. Now there is 32 at DDR4 3200. It's kind of nice these handle DDR4. Or you can look at 32. There's 2666. Yeah, 74. Now we can look up this memory elsewhere to see if we can get better pricing. Yeah, it's CL22 3200. It will support one CPU at 14 cores. Why would you want one CPU? Don't you want two CPUs? It has two. It's built for it has two CPUs in it. Now, I guess the question is, and maybe you guys know, is there a benefit? So I would think, and maybe this is just a thought, wouldn't I want DDR4 3200? Oh yeah, mine's dual. Mine's dual, Mining King. You missed it, Mining King. Yeah, it's two right there. So I guess my question is like, I think I would want DDR4 3200, correct? Now, I guess the question is like, what is the CL? That's one thing I don't understand with memory. For what we're doing, do we want a higher CL or a lower CL? Oh yeah, you're gonna need like those heat sinks. Yeah. Confirm it supports those speeds. I guess you'd have to look. Yeah. Lower CL the better. Lower is always better. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So this is the actual motherboard. Oh no, that's not it. That is not the motherboard. I was like, ooh. Oh, really? So the motherboard... Okay, it's interesting that Crucial would recommend something with higher memory. That's interesting. I'd have to look at... Looks like, is there a manual? I want a manual for this thing. Here we go. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, chipset. C610 or C612? Will you be making a video on this? Use your Dell service tag on the machine to look up the specs. Well, I guess that's one way to look at it, right? That's a good avenue to go. I'll take a look at that here in a minute. So 8 DIMM slots, that's correct. 4 per CPU. Modules are... Oh, that's interesting. So the memory modules only support 4, 8, or 16. And it supports up to 2133. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, this is saying 21. I'll put a link in chat from Dell's website. This is saying a max of 2133. And it's saying our max is 16 gigabyte sticks. Maximum memory says 128 gigabytes of memory. That's awesome. Well, that would be your 16 times 8. Yep. There you go. Yeah, so the memory is 2133 I already have, but it's 4 gigabyte DIMMs. We're going to want to get 16 gigabyte DIMMs. Yeah, you got to pair everything. Correct. Yep. Yep, correct. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, so we're going to want... Let's take some notes here before we go shopping. Okay. So we're going to want memory, DDR4, 2133, 16 gigabyte times 8 for 128 gigabytes. Do I really need that much memory? No. Will I buy it? Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Crucial goes off the latest BIOS. Alright, so let's try Dell service tag. Let's look up our service tag here to see if this provides anything more. Let's see. Yeah, you definitely went EC. That's right. That's true. You went EC. Come on, where's the link for the stupid Dell? Dell like buries these things now. We can look off the service tag. Dude, come on. I just want... I don't care about Dell. Where's the link to look it up? Yeah, the CPU was, you're right. CPU was C610 or C612. And Mining Gig did recommend earlier. Now we'll double check because we're going to do our due diligence. The V3 doesn't support 3200. That's so interesting. We'll see. Alright. I need to find the service tag. Like, I don't care how to find my service... How to find your service tag. I'll find it in a second. Alright, let me go look it up. He's like, I told you! Dude, I just want the link to the stupid Dell website. Here it is right here. Okay, let me get the service tag. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it on the unit. That's the easy part. Alright, ready? Somebody write this down for me. Service tag 40YM. Oh, you guys are all the way over there. Damn it. Alright. I'm talking to you guys over there like you guys can hear me. Alright, our service tag 40YMV as in Victor 52. Alright. Expired August 2018. Alright. I don't want diagnostics. I don't want drivers. Is it not going to give me... Yeah, I did view details. It doesn't give me much here. That's what I was just in. It's not giving me much to work with here. Because Dell's awesome. I clicked view details. Unless you guys are seeing some view details I'm not seeing. Go to specs. Where was specs? Did I miss it? View product specs. Here we go. All right. Dropbox for business? Yeah. Oh, here's that heatsink if we need to look up that model number. I'm gonna put that aside if we want that same heatsink. If we need another one. You can run 2400 RAM, even 3200 in there, and the BIOS will auto clock it. That's good to know. Making my way down through here. Intel Xenon label. Just the label. Alright, so this is the memory that's in it. 2100 DDR4. Not giving me a ton on there. This is the processor. Shouldn't it give me the mother? Oh, I guess it gives me the motherboard. I don't think that's what I want. I'm looking to see. That's the chassis. Oh, what's up? You're usually asleep? What you doing asleep? Nah, I hear you. It's late, dude. It's almost 11 o'clock already. Alright, so I was looking to see if it would provide us more here. I don't know what exactly I was expecting, but let's see here. So alright, so where do we find it? So I'm wondering, do we stick with the 2133? There's an upgrade tab as well. There's a current config. I'm not sure where you saw an upgrade tab. Let's look here. Diagnostic, drivers, documents, service, parts and repair, maybe? Maybe that's what you're thinking. That says memory. Here we go. Maybe that's what you're thinking. Oh my god! $449. Woo! That has the 2130. That's pretty much, yeah, 16. Yeah, we're not buying from Dell. We're not buying from Dell here. Yeah, it looks like 2133. So what's up, Hawk? How are you, brother? We're working on this guy here. It's a 2-socket Xenon processor workstation. We're spending some time here finding some hardware. Come on. You want official Dell parts? Yeah, kiss my ass. I ain't buying Dell parts. Get out of here. Alright, so it looks like we're going to want to stick with 2133. All about compatibility. You know what? When the Mining King pays for it, 100%. So the one thing I didn't see here was the CL that they're recommending. I mean, it's 2133. Everyone's saying the lower CL, the better. 16 gigabytes is what we can look at. So when we were over Crucial, let's set some filters here. Is it not does it not have, do they not have any 2133? Oh, they do. Why is it? Oh, I guess you can downscale it, huh? Yeah, 2666. Okay. Let's see. How low can you go? So we need the RDIMM. DDR4. Let's see what else we got. Oh, 2133. That's right. That's right. Yep. Alright, so let's search results. Alright, so there's 2133 there. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Oh, that's where to buy, so we'll find it. I don't know if we'll go through Crucial, because it doesn't look like they're finding what we want, but here's pretty much what we want, right? Micron 16 gigabyte DDR4. And we just want one DIMM, though. We don't want 2 DIMMs, but we want 1 DIMM. You guys think that'll work? What do you think? So we take something like this. We could probably take this right here. Damn it, King. Alright, hang on here. Let me see what King's sending me. Gotta swap here. Don't want to open up Discord and have the wrong thing open, you know? Alright. What's this man doing to me? Hang on here. I gotta open them up in a separate tab. So Hawk Crypto Mining doesn't steal my information. Oh my god, what is this? Alright. Alright, let's see what King sent us here, boys and girls. Okay? Let's see what King's gonna go ahead and ruin our day with. What's up there? Coinology. So, here. Yep. Alright. So, Samsung. Memory 128 gigabyte, 16, 123, 𝐶C Reg, DDR4. 128 gigabytes, there we go. There's 16 gig sticks. Yeah, look at that. 158 on eBay. Oh, yeah, it's crazy with Binance. Alright, so this is what we need to buy. Does anyone think they can find cheaper than 158 bucks? Yeah, so with the cooler though, don't we just buy another one of these? Don't we just buy another one of these coolers? Like, I'd probably just buy another one of these. Unless you guys are like, no! No, it says 8 slots. 8 slots of memory. The fork in for the fan here. Oh, here's. Yeah, I got the part number for it. I don't know about this is the way to go. I built my rig with 19x and got 16 gigabytes of DDR. It doesn't even need it. Yeah. Okay. So this is what King is trying to sell us, huh? King's probably selling this right now on eBay. Like, he's the seller. Okay. Okay, so then the CPU, we could do a C610 or a C612. 4 DIMMs is quad channel, would be best, yeah. I'll give you a coupon code, that's right. It's at Hawk Crypto Mining at checkout. Well, here's the heatsink. This is the, I got a link there to that. Hang on here. So the heatsink, the wires are switched around on the fan. If you do something else, I'm not sure. Okay, so Dell, this was the heatsink. There it is right there. Now this says new. 7810, 58 bucks. I have to see what the other one is. Look at that. That's exactly what we have there. That's in a server case, guys. Here's what we're working on. This is a Dell workstation. I'll put a link in chat to what I bought on eBay. We're having some fun with proof of useful work. No, we're upgrading the CPUs. We're upgrading the CPUs in it. Now, eBay, if they're selling for 47, we might as well buy the other one. Yeah, like I'd rather just spend the extra 10 bucks and get it off Amazon here. You know what I mean? So we'll copy that. There's a heatsink, which is good. Now CPU, C610, so let's look here. Look at those specs. Where was it? Here it is. Intel C610 or C612. Alright. So, Intel Xenon C612. Let's look here. I think you can have the second Dell model is different. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the Amazon model? Let's look here. V0KXH. Nope, that's the same model. It just says it works for the 7810 and the 7910. Oh yeah, man, hanging out with you guys, 100%. I sent you a link on Discord for parts that could be upgraded on that PC. Okay. Now, yeah, let me look at these cores real quick here. The socket you're looking for is 2011-3. Well, let's look at the one that's in there right now. So this is what's in there now. Let's take a closer look at that. I also looked at... Oh, here's... What is the max memory for the C612? Look at that. 1 terabyte. That's cool. That's the chipset. Yep. That's the chipset for the Xenon processor. Yep. Okay. So the chipset... Where did you find the max for the motherboard, King? Like, where did you find more information on that? I'm just curious. Yeah, all that memory is pretty sick. Got stuff everywhere. What did you send me? What did he send me here? Ooh! Spank that like button. I like it. Alright, let's just see here. 1 or 2 Xenon processors, E5-2600 series. Oh, 222. Okay. This is the C612 chipset. Okay. Is there a V3 or V4 in there? So I'm trying to look at, dude. Oh, in the current one, it's a V3. It currently has a V3 in it. It's an E2630 V3 is what's currently in there right now. Yeah. Now I have it right over here. Let me clean it off here and we'll validate 1000%. Hang on here. Please hold. Alright, let's take a look here. I think I can almost see it through the thermal paste. There's just so much on here. Yeah, it's 2630 V3. I might as well clean the whole thing off now. Now that we're into it. We are into it. So this is a V3. I wonder what those go for. The what we're looking at here. What was it? It's a 2697 V3. Geek vibes, loving it. Yeah, because this looks here, $22. Dude, it's so freaking cheap. How many cores is that? 14 cores? That's baller. That's baller. 14 cores for $22. Woo! We're spending some money tonight. Alright, hang on. Still cleaning this processor off. There's so much thermal paste on this thing. When in doubt, blame Mining King. That's how I'm feeling right now. Alright, let me finish. Dude, this processor has so much thermal paste on it. Someone went to town on this thing. Yep. Hey, make sure you guys don't bend the pins, okay? Make sure you don't bend the pins. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah. Intel Xenon E5-2630 V3. Throw this out. Make a mess. More paste? We got paste. Alright, I'll close it. Alright. I'll probably put the processor back in it to cover up the pins. Which is always like a safe bet. Alright, so let's take a look here. So let's see. Let's price this out a little bit. How's that sound? Alright, so let's see. So it's the Dell Precision T7810 and cost. Can I zoom in here for you guys? We'll just make it bigger. Okay. So that was $200. Then CPU upgrade. So that'll be the Xenon processors right now. 2299 times 2. Okay. Where are you? There it is. Okay. Now the heatsink. Additional heatsink was 5802. We'll go with the brand new one. 58.02. Okay. And memory. Yeah, it's $200. The King got them cheap. Memory was one something. 158. Now this is without shipping and all that, like additional items. I got free shipping on that there. Okay, so and then we're gonna want a 1 terabyte. What do we want? NVMe? NVMe? Is that what we want to go with? What do you guys think? 1 terabyte NVMe. Now, I don't think we have an NVMe slot in this thing. Hang on here. I just thought about that. Yeah, there's no NVMe slot. So we're going to have to go with what? Just a standard. We'll just go with a solid state, like a 1 terabyte solid state drive, right? So you're gonna have to go with like a 1 terabyte. Do they sell like an adapter that does like an X16? Yeah, I was wondering if we go over. Do they have like an X16 to NVMe? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They do have them. Oh, really? You bought these before? So what do you think? Should I go with just like a solid state drive then? I mean, you know, this one I just clicked on it because it's red. Solid state, PCIe, PCI X4, X16 with aluminum. So you put it in there and then it plugs in, huh? And then it's got like cooling to it. Well, we have it has a PCIe 3. Now this says PCIe 4, so maybe we shouldn't go with that, right? That says PCIe 4, but we have PCIe 3, and then we have X8 and X16 slots. Well, that's what I'm wondering. Or do I just go with the solid state drive? I mean, I can go with the solid state drive for now. And then go with the solid state drive, and then if you find your hard drive's the bottleneck, you know. Yeah, it can run at speeds up to X4, correct, yeah. I'm just thinking. What do you guys think? Should we get one of these adapters? What's the vote in chat? Let's see here. I'm going to put a vote up in chat. Do we buy... All people are saying you will have to enable PCIe bifurcation. Oh, within BIOS? Probably. Well, thankfully it's cheap, right? You know what? That's true. Let's go with the solid state drive. If we find it's a bottleneck within the benchmark, then we'll go ahead and replace it. How's that sound? So let's go with 1 terabyte SSD. I don't think I have any 1 terabyte SSDs right now. Were you guys saying not to go? Any brands you guys recommend? I mean, I was going to go with Samsung because I'm like, recognize it, but... Western Digital. An Evo. That's what I say. Go with an Evo one. 1 terabyte. You guys like Western Digital? Alright. I don't care. I mean, it's really going to come down to like performance, right? This says up to 560 for our write speed. Old reliable Western Digital. Right? What do you think? Write speeds of 560? What was the Samsung? Anything else you guys should think I should look at? Alright, so do we like this Western Digital? You want a Western Digital red? Isn't red more storage based? Okay. The Samsung one has DRAM caching. Okay, is that was that mentioned would be good to have with previews for work? Oh, red. Yeah, I was gonna say red's more for like your NAS side. So it sounds like our speeds are all the same. DRAM caching. I'm not seeing anything about that on here. I mean, here it says Samsung's world-renowned DRAM and NAND are produced in-house. So is that why you're more interested in it? Alright, let's see what chat says. SSD, Samsung, Western Digital. Alright, you guys vote. Vote! Put a poll out there. You guys vote. Yeah, I saw that. Binance. Dude, the US SEC is destroying the crypto scene. I don't know. I think those people should all be arrested and thrown in jail. The SEC. Gary. It's all corruption. It's literally destroying the crypto market before they release FedNow next month. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. Alright, we got a lot of votes on Samsung here. Kingston, there you go. Alright, looks like we're going with Samsung. Samsung. Evo. Oh, it's all corrupt. It's all BS. Alright. Take that here. Where's my notepad here? Here we go. Hard drive. Now, I'm gonna wait to see, but I might get like in our reading. So SSD drive. What's going on, amplifier? It talked about a regular, so a spinning disk. So I might look at like a 10 terabyte spinning disk. separately, but let's put this in here. So 1 terabyte SSD. What is this? $59.99, which will be good. Now a regular spinning disk. I bet you it's like 400 bucks. 10 terabyte red. Oh, it's not as bad, but still expensive. So like they're saying in their specs of having, we were reading about earlier, having additional hard drive space for this. Are you going to be purchasing computers or equipment before it is released? Yeah, we're going to be putting together the build. Here's what we're working on right now. This is a dual Xenon workstation rig. Holds 128 gigabytes of memory, 2 Xenon processors, and a few GPUs. Okay, so let's go. I think we'll go with a 10 terabyte here. Let's do this here. So hard drive, 10 terabyte. We'll say 150. All right. So you think that won't be wise, saying you don't know what the profitability is going to be? Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't know what the profitability is going to be. Absolutely. Part of this is for fun as well. Remember that word fun? Yeah. I'm probably going to do 2 GPUs. 2 GPUs is what I'm thinking. We were looking at 3060 M's. So... but we want 12 gigabyte. 150 was for the 8 terabyte? You're probably right. Let's look here. Yeah, this was 186. Yeah, you want high VRAM, correct. So that's why we're looking at 12 gigabytes. So if we had, think of it this way. So we have 12 times 2 is 24, and then they want you to have 25% more memory in it. So 6 additional. So it's only 30 gigabytes. We're getting 128 gigabytes. So it's going to look pretty good. 2 Flux a week about to trigger everyone. Yeah. It's only saying we need 30 gigabytes. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, if we have this robust machine, how much it uses. Does it use all of that memory? Because, like, they're saying that for the GPUs alone, you're going to need the VRAM plus 25%. So we're saying 30 gigabytes, right? Well, if I'm going to have 128, is it going to use then 98 gigabytes of memory for other things? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, I saw the Titan node issues. There's nothing wrong with the Titan nodes. It's like some layer that they're fixing or something. Yeah, I mean, they're saying 25%, but 128 will put us in a good spot, which is nice. So finding these, this is going to be my big mystery here. Finding these right here. 3060M, 12 gigabytes. I mean, we found them, but they were 400 bucks. We don't want to buy those. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the Titan nodes. I'm not concerned by it. I mean, the anniversary is next month for me, for July, when it becomes available. But yes, that's where we're at. So I got my list. They're supposed to have a dashboard tomorrow for what? Is that for Titan nodes? So A4000s aren't bad. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what I do. Mine's been in for a 12-month staked with Titan nodes. My Titan node's already running, and my Titan node's been up for over a year. So memory, CPU, I need to grab that link. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably buy this stuff tomorrow, honestly. And then we'll probably do a video on it. Would you guys want to see that? I get everything and build it out. Which would be cool. We want 2 of these. There we go. Do you have a video explaining parallel assets on Flux? I do. Yep, I do. Titan node? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it'll be really interesting. But yeah, I'm thinking about I'll do a video and then building it out. Live streams are fun, but it's better for me from a YouTube perspective to do videos because they just pay more, so it helps. Hey, YouTube's helping to pay for building this rig, so absolutely, which is cool. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of think where we're at right now. So we're gonna take our Dell Precision here, and we're gonna do some work on this sucker. And I think, what do you guys think? I think we're gonna have to. Oh, you know, I have the. I have what I need, like, for additional, like, power supply and stuff. But I think we're gonna have to pull this out. I think we're gonna pull this out. What do you guys think? I think we'll pull it out of the case and we will put it in an open frame. Like, I think we're gonna have to put it in an open frame. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, because that can't, like, because there's a few things, like the open air there, open air frame with ribbon. Ooh, we could do ribbons. We don't have to, but yeah. Yeah. Well, the memory we're gonna get there. Yeah, so that's something for me to think about. Is like, you could do ribbon cables. I might just like pull. I might take it out. Like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to figure that out together. Yeah, if I look up ribbon cables, let's look at ribbon cables real quick here. So we want, let's see here, PCI ribbon cables. God, those look so cheap. So PCI 3, this is X16. You think this would work in an X8, right? What's the millimeters? Is that length? Oh my God, look how long that is. Yeah, so this would work in an X8, I would think, right? What do you guys think? I mean, we'll put it, I think it's got 2 X16 slots in it. Yeah. All right, so it has 2 X16 slots in it, so we'd put the GPUs in the X16 slots then. Yeah, which is nice. So, okay, cool. I'd rather go with thermal take. That 30, what's millimeter? Millimeter to inches? How big is that? 7? All right, on there. I'll have to look, because we'll have to look to see, because if I put it in an open frame, I'd want it to reach up high enough, like between the bottom of the frame. Dang, let me get measuring tape. I'm checking one of my open frames right now. So I was just measuring from, in an open frame, from the bottom to the first spot that you'd see a GPU, to see what that. Yeah, we'll want to go straight up. It'll sit, I was looking at a 12 GPU frame, and it'll sit on that first row, because I only have 12 GPU frames, so it'll sit on that first row. Yeah, it was exactly 7 inches, but you'd have to give a little boost and stuff. So we'd be good. 7.8. So yeah, we'll be okay. All right. So we want 2 ribbon cables. We'll go with 2. 2 ribbon cables. Add them to my list. $19.99. We'll just say 40 bucks. Okay. The math is real. That's right. We're just throwing it out there, you know. Yeah. So look at that. It's 700 bucks before we even get GPUs. Crazy, isn't it? But this will be fun. This will be fun. Dude, let me spend the money so you guys don't have to. Alright? And then we'll see how it goes. We need an additional heatsink because we're getting another processor. Right now we only have one processor in this thing. And it supports another processor. Yeah, we have one processor now with a heatsink, but we're replacing that processor, and then we're gonna need the other heatsink is what we'll need. So cool. Well, here's our list. So I guess I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow. Let's see. Purchased. We'll buy the stuff tomorrow. Done. Yes. I do need to figure out GPUs. Those are going to be the most important. But all the other items shouldn't be bad at all, which will be cool. Oh yeah, RGB lights. We need more RGB lights. Absolutely. All right, boys. I'm out. This was fun. Got to get up earlier tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll buy the parts. We'll do a video on it in the future, building it all out and stuff like that. Getting it all ready, which will be cool. I believe Flux's proof of useful work beta, like the benchmark for beta, I think comes out mid-July at Mining Disrupt. So we'll have to check it out and see, guys. Thank you guys for your help, man. This was awesome. I definitely do appreciate it. Yeah, we'll have a future video on this. We'll have multiple videos, to be honest with you. You got to build it. And then, you know, do everything. So benchmark it once everything comes out. So I'll keep you guys updated. Absolutely. I have a video dropping tomorrow. Do you guys want to see what that video is about? Let me see if I can find the thumbnail. I'll share the thumbnail with you. Just the thumbnail. All right. Here is tomorrow's video. Best pool. So we take 3 mining pools. We take Luxor, NiceHash, and F2 pool. And I take 3 S19J Pros, identical hardware. And I put them to the test over 7 days to determine which one actually makes you the most Bitcoin. So like all these people have all these videos out there on like this pool makes the most Bitcoin versus this pool. But they don't actually test it. Like you need to test them simultaneously at the exact same time. So I test 3 S19J Pros at my house. 3 of them at my house. Running at the exact same time. They're running in my shed right now. And I think you'll be surprised on the difference between these 3 pools. This is my first test. I want to do this multiple times a month. So I'm doing a 7-day test. And then a 30-day test. And then I'm going to add a pool. So the winner is going to stay. It's going to be like a round robin. The winner is going to stay. I'm going to add 2 more pools in. And we're just going to keep on doing this to determine like adding pools and the stats to see which pools are actually the most profitable. So yeah, should be a good time. So anyways, that's tomorrow. So this is going to release tomorrow morning. Keep an eye out for it. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. Look for the video tomorrow. Take care.